Hey guys, Loco88 here, bringing you some World of Tanks. Now in this video what I'm going to be doing is giving you my opinions and a review on the Tier 7 light French tank, the AMX 1375. Now the AMX 1375 is one of my favourite tanks which I've got in my garage. It is one of the tanks that I always seem to do well in, and it's something I do play for a bit of fun. It seems to be not much stress in this tank. Now there's reasons for that. Obviously there's not much responsibility for me. If you're a heavy tank, you gotta go straight in brawling. Artillery, you expect to hit every time. But with this, as well as spotting, I do more than what my role requires me to do. I use this tank as more as an aggressive scout as well as a passive scout. Now what I will be doing is I will be telling you some positives and some negatives about the vehicle. I will be showing you the tech tree, what the best upgrades are for the vehicle, some of the best attachments for it, and just to remind you, this is just my opinions of this vehicle, and some information may not be set in stone. It's just obviously my opinions and my experiences with the vehicle. Now one of the main things you'll notice here is with its speed. As you can see on here, it has a top speed of 61 kilometers an hour, which is an amazing speed for it. You can pretty much get out of trouble as quick as you get yourself into it with a scout. Now a lot of people tend to do super scout runs, so they'll just drive straight to the enemy position, spoil the team, but then get themselves killed. That's pretty much them useless then for the rest of the game. Once they're spotted for the first 5-6 seconds, then they disappear and then you're back to square one. The best thing to do is actually bide your time. Now what I actually do in this is I do a bit of passive scouting first, so I'll find myself a bush or something I can sit in so I can spot the enemy first, try and get some spotting damage on the tank so that my team gets some hits, and then what I would do when the time's right is I'd basically pounce on the enemy and I'd go in for the kills. Now you do get 90 hit points in this, which isn't bad. I have had experiences where shots have bounced off me, my tracks have eaten the shots. I've got away with quite a few things, and you can take some hits from some big tanks and survive, so you can be in a position and have the opportunity to attack other vehicles, especially when you are firing the autoloader. The traverse of the tracks and the turret is good. 40 degrees traverse tracks and 46 degrees a second on the turret means that one of the best things to do is encircle the actual enemy. So TDs are one of the best things to attack because they don't have a turret. Heavy tanks as well, mediums can be tricky, and also light tanks. You do have to get in there first and make sure you are around the back of them because they can traverse just as fast and also have a turret. One of the weaknesses which I know of this tank though, one of the main things is in terms of turret, is the elevation and depression. You cannot raise your turret high enough or lower it enough in some instances to get the shots you need. You have to put this tank in certain positions to be able to get effective fire on the tanks you're wanting to do, which can cause problems when you are circling on different terrain or if you're trying to get sniping shots from positions of cover. But you will see some of that in the replay, which you will see shortly. Now on the tech tree, you do pretty much need to get this thing fully upgraded. The top gun you get on that is a 75mm. It's an auto loading gun, so you do get 6 shells per magazine. It takes 2 seconds to fire each shell, as you can see there, and 16 seconds full reload of the complete magazine. Now that is really good. You can get 6 shells out pretty quickly, get into a bit of cover, fully load up the magazine, get back out there, put some fire, not have to wait too long. The penetration and the damage isn't too bad for the gun. When you can face with tier 10s though, that's where the problem can be. You have an average penetration on the front of 144mm and average damage of 135. Now to be fair, front of tanks is not what you want to be aiming at. You want to be aiming at the sides and the rear where the tank is at its weakest, and there you get 202 on the side millimeters of penetration. So that's going to be one of your best bets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically show you a quick replay of a game I had in this. It was a pretty decent game, and it will basically show some of the factors in terms of the speed, agility and the strengths and weaknesses which I've talked about in the garage overview. So we're on El Halouf map, and this is an encounter mode. So as you can see, the cap is down here, and basically those of you who don't know, each team spawns their own separate spots and have to take control the cap or destroy the enemy team. Now I'm platooned up at the moment with Great Dane and Car. Great Dane is his tier 9 artillery, the T12A, and Car is tier 9 medium tank, the Lorraine 40T. Now initially what I wanted to do is get myself down into the valley, which you can see on the minimap here. I want to get down there so I can spot the enemy tanks, TDs and mediums, which could be in their positions where they usually spot and snipe. Now, I was wanting to go down to the cap. Great Dane was encouraging me, trying to get me to sit on it, as he likes people to sit on it. It draws the enemy out. The only problem is that I'm pretty stuck once I'm there and be a useless vehicle. So I'm going to sit in this bush at the moment, try and do a bit of passive scouting to see if I can spot any of the enemies moving about, any medium tanks what may rush down, or even the scout tank. Now, it's not long until I realise this position I'm actually sat in isn't a good position. There's buildings blocking my view. I could only pretty much see the tops of the hill over there and just to my position left, but I'm not really in a good spot, so I'm needing to get myself relocated to somewhere which is better. Now, as you can see, the enemy carnivore has been entered, approaching where the heavy tanks usually battle. So what I wanted to do now is move my light tank further north so I can try and get some eyes at anything what could be covering their approach. Now, as you can see on the consumable etc. at the bottom, I am using a medical kit, a small repair kit, and also a manual fire extinguisher. These for me have been essential. I'm near them pretty much every game. I'm also equipping a camouflage net. As it says there, reduces detection chance when the vehicle is stationary. Once you're stationary, it gets activated within a couple of seconds, and basically it helps keep you hidden. It improves the camo rating of the vehicle, and it's one of the best things I think to have. Now, I was trying to get eyes over there on the Carnivon, but I couldn't get a shot on it. Now I'm hoping to proximity spot anything what could be just above me, but so far I'm not picking up anything. So start moving further up the hill. I can see, you see over here, the heavy tanks are crossing out into the open, so I may be able to get a shot on, but as you can see I have problems with my elevation. First I have to move to a different position. So I'll go take a shot at Carnivon, get a shot on him, he's down. So now look at the VK. Back end shot's going to be easy for me to penetrate him. I've got 3 more rounds, I'm going to get as many hits in him as I possibly can. So now all I'm going to do is pull back and reload. It's not going to take me long to reload, but I have to move because once I fire I'm going to be spotting. You can see there the T-34 one is just above me on the ridge. And whoa, not for long, a T-30 just hit him, ammo racked him. And I must say, those effects with ammo racks, they are quite impressive. So now I'm trying to get a shot on this T-29, but elevation is causing me problems. Trying to change position. Gain position finally. Critical hit there. And he's down. Couldn't get an effective shot. Oh, and then a T-28 prototype is just spotted up there as well. So now I know that there are some guys sat on the ridge just here above me, and also the heavies moving along the pass around this region. TD's here. Now, with the amount what's left on the enemy team, I have got a feeling there's going to be a large percentage of people on this side, so I don't want to push up yet. Otherwise, I could just push up around, flank this guy, and deal some damage. But I don't know what else is up here, so I'm a bit hesitant trying to spot some more. At the moment we are winning well, and we just need to keep up this momentum though, because these games can easily be turned around. We have an XVM rating of 44% chance to win, so anything can happen in World of Tanks. Now Car's coming up to back me up. As I told him, there is a gap in the enemy lines where we can potentially flank him, so he's coming up now to help me in his auto unload the tank. So he also spotted the ISU, but then I spot the J Panther 2 there as well, who's now blocking the approach. Now it's a tricky one. With the HP which I've got, I can take a hit from him, but I don't want to take any hits as of yet, because with a lot of tanks there's a lot of tanks what could be back there, so the little hits I can take right now, the better. So I'm just poking up and down, trying to spot any more. Car moves up on the hill. Let's see if we could get a shot on the T-28 Proto, but it couldn't get any effective fire. But he then spots T-34-2 over there and starts engaging it. As he does that, we also see the M30. How that artillery got up on that, I do not know. Get some effective shots in him though, and then Car kills him, and the artillery's down. Car's took quite a bit of damage there. He's pulling back. Believed to reload. I'm reloading at the moment in time. What we really need to be doing is wolfpacking these tanks, so basically both at the same time with his auto loaders engaging the same vehicle. Now as you can see on the minimap, I'm using XVM, so you can actually see that they have 2 heavy tanks sat right in this corner, which is basically over here for some God knows reason. Doing no good to the team at all. Now T-44 took out the T-28. I'm still finishing reloading. Now J-Panther's moved up. Now me and Car are discussing obviously a plan to pounce on this guy and use both of our guns to bear down on him. Just coasting, trying to make him fire. And he fires. Now that is his moment. I don't know how long his reload is, but we need to get in this as quickly as possible. So both of us go straight in to engage. Now this guy doesn't know where to go. He misses his second shot. Car gets the kill there. Now as you can see there's an STA-1 there. A VK shoots me in the side, but my track somehow eats it and I take no actual physical damage to the hull. So I'm reloading now, getting ready. There's a T-34-2 there. It just takes out the T-44. I'm having to reload, so I'm vulnerable at the moment, but I've almost loaded. I go around the corner, take a shot, miss, it clips me and dies. Now, I've never clipped a scout and died before, so that's going to be pretty embarrassing. Ali takes a shot and misses, luckily. Now, this part of the game is where the pace and tempo definitely picks up and things get tense. Now, bear in mind where this T-71 scout is. That guy's going to cause problems shortly. Now, I can see the STA-1 sat in that position. Also, the VK. I'm trying to use some positions of the terrain to try and keep cover, hoping the VK doesn't fire at me. For some reason it doesn't, it tries to shoot at Car. So I'm going to move up behind the STA-1 now, so I can get a rear flanking shot. Try and wait for him to shoot, and bide my time. Now he takes a shot, I'm going to move straight in. So I get in, I thought I can get 1 or 2 shots on him. So 1, fire 2, he's on fire. Fire 3, he's not moving. Fires again, fire 4, and now he starts reacting to me. So only when I get a full clip shot into him he starts reacting. So I pull back to reload. Keep an eye on Car. I know Car's in a bit of a bad way over there. Once I reload, if I can take a hit from this guy, I'm going to go for it and take him out. Car gets taken out by the scout. I engage the STA-1. Take quite a bit of damage there. Can I finish him off? 1 more shot, 2 shells, and he's down. So I'm reloading. Now the T-71 scout, I have no idea where he was. He was last spotted. As you can see, he's down here. All the way over there. Managed to kill Car. Moved past all our tanks up here and took them out. Now there's a Tiger 2 left on this ridge. I want to move in. I've had a good game. 2,300 damage over I've done. I want to try and get a bit more damage. I've got no track left to repair. Lost a bit of health, so it's a bit sketchy. Now I'm waiting for Dane to get reloaded so I can spot this guy so he can help me with some artillery support. But so far he's not really had a cracking game. So I find him. Rear end shot. Moving for the pounce. Thought, here we go. We should be able to deal with this guy. But with his health, I'm not going to be able to kill him. Engine's gone, so now no chance of manoeuvre, no place. As much damage as I can. Only 1 shot and I will die. Begging for Dane to help. And he manages to clutch it. Gets a shot. So there you have it. And now just to summarise the AMX 1375. All in all, it is a really fun, effective scout tank. Like a lot of fun I've had in this tank. I've got some of my best stats in this actual machine. One thing you have got to do though, you have got to be patient in it. You can't go rushing out. You've got to use the tank at the right time. You've got to be watching when the enemy is actually firing, so then you can pick the right time to attack and basically outflank the enemy. You've got to also be careful in that situation as well. Depending on the terrain you are, with your gun elevation and depression, it can cause you problems to hit the tanks in the right spots. But as like I say, as long as you take your time, be patient, really concentrate when using the vehicle, you can have a good, fun, effective game in it. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you have your own opinions of this scout. Do let me know in the comments below if you've played the scout before, what you personally think of it, if you think it's a good vehicle to have, or if you think there's any other scouts out there what are better. Now, I'm sorry, it is my first review. The reviews will get better. I've just thrown this one together as best as I can, and I will pick things up along the way. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.